sounds familiar. Dear Cityline, my husband snores like a runaway freight train. If I'm not asleep before him, I will be awake all night long. Please help. What can I do to get a good night's sleep? Maybe Bryce Wylde knows. Our next
I do know a few things, and I'll tell you what. First, full disclosure, I'm actually a bit of a snorer.
You're one of them.
I am, but I'll tell you why. It's because I've got an inherent nasal septal defect. So there's a septum, a lining in your nose.
Yeah.
Mine's really off to the side. I'll tell you how to deal with that. We've got some really neat tricks and tips.
Okay.
But you don't have to be a runaway freight train. You can be a purr. You can purr, and then you can sort of be that midline trying to start up the lawnmower. You know those guys, right?
Right.
And then the runaway freight train, that's no good at all, right? Those are the three classifications. But snoring is no good. It's doing us harm. One in 3 people snore, and 50% of those people don't even know it.
Yeah.
And 50% of those people actually have apnea. Apnea is when you actually stop breathing. Let's take a step back here. What the heck is snoring? The back of our palate, the soft palate, which is actually called the muscle palate, it's a muscle, gets lax as we age. That's a natural occurrence. But it's made a lot worse with 3 things. Smoking, okay, let's stop smoking, people, all right? Drinking alcohol, and obesity. It's an epidemic that goes along with obesity. Why? Not just the heaviness of your stomach, thoracic obesity, but you get a fat pad in that area in the back of your, it's called the nasopharyngeal area. You get a fat pad that grows there as you gain weight here, and that puts pressure on the back of the throat, not allowing air to pass properly into your trachea. And then that air can't pass, and so it's causing this vibration. So that's
get that awesome sound.
Right? That sound that we all, I saw the funniest thing on Instagram the other day, and it was a cure snoring.
Yeah.
So it's like, get a pillow, put it over your partner's face, hold until they stop breathing, and then erase this message.
Delete immediately.
So yeah, exactly. So and people get that frustrated. It's like,
well, it's like you go from, you know, loving someone so much to wanting to put the pillow on their face because you just don't know how to solve it. You try and roll them over. It stops for a while. They roll back, and then it's over. So
it's a relationship wrecker.
It's a relationship wrecker. Sometimes maybe you have to consider, you know, sleeping in another room.
Yeah,
so let's talk about what we used to try and what we're doing now.
Exactly. Sort of what was sort of like old, and this is sort of what's new and what's in. So the tennis ball sewn at the back of the pajamas, a grandma's trick, right? No, that's out. Okay, let's stop that. That's out. No.
Don't even bother.
This is called Sleep Nora, next gen, okay? So this thing here, by the push of a button, or what it'll recognize, this sensor that you can put next to your bed, this sensor will recognize when you're snoring. Now, it takes about 5 days to learn you and your environment to acclimatize, but when it does, the coolest thing happens. When you start snoring, in particular you're on your back, we know that's when you're most susceptible to snoring, this device starts filling up. There is a cushion of air that literally starts, and I can automate that now, this will start blowing up. Feel that?
Okay.
Feel that blowing up? It'll start to rise.
It's getting bigger.
Yeah, it's getting bigger.
What
it's an
is it
inflatable
doing
tube.
exactly? Is it trying to like elevate your head?
Shifting your posture and thereby improving your airway entry. Now look, it was in a nice little sleeve, and it just fits right into your pillow, and you can feel that rise. So the sleeper who's snoring
goes
will
up like this.
Goes up, and then it'll clear their airways, and/or gently. It's a very gentle. They're not blowing up like this, throwing them out of the bed. Very gentle. It'll cause them to turn to one side or the other, and/or improve their airway.
Very nice.
Yeah,
that is good. Okay, let's do another before after.
Yeah, so you know, next gen. So we know about these these strips that you put across your nose like this,
Do they work?
and they're elastic. No, I'm not saying they don't work.
Okay.
And they spring open the airway, but next gen, okay, next generation. These are called mute, and what they do is instead of the strip, they actually go inside your nose. You literally pop them into your nose, and it opens up the airways. And the reason I love this is because they work for me. I have that nasal septal defect.
Yeah.
It improves the airflow in individuals who have the nasal septal defect. So if your issue is not in the back of your throat, and it's toward the front of your nose, this is going to work for you for snoring. No surgery necessary.
These?
I use them all the time.
Are you okay with that feeling?
You know, so some people aren't. You're right. So you know, this is really quite easy to demonstrate. But some people don't like the feeling of having.
Shove them up your nose for us?
I'm going to show, instead of this model, I thought I'd show you how easy this is, right?
Yeah, show us.
Literally, that's it.
Okay, that's not so bad. Just do this so Al can see. Because you've got a perfect little nose, Bryce.
Thank you.
Show that nose off more.
Little, I don't know. If I turn too quickly to the side, you might get knocked over.
Cute.
Let me tell you.
Okay, so wow, he's leaving it in. That's how comfortable he is.
It really is comfortable. So, you know, the old style of white noise.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just annoying, right? So we do that to block. And let's appreciate people who have snorers as their partners here. They don't have to deal with that.
They're trying to stay married.
They're trying to stay married. Sleep phones, next gen.
Okay.
As the snorer or the snoring partner, the partner to the snorer, you literally just comfortably fit this over. Like that, and this will play white noise and or music or muzak, whatever you like, in your ears, very comfortable, so that
so you can still sleep on that, and you've got that in your head all night,
that's
in your
right.
ears all night.
That's right.
Okay.
So the person who's snoring, ultimately you drown them out.
Yeah, they're like, you're like, go for it.
And that way you don't have to suffocate them. Okay. All right. So
that's fair.
Out the neti pot. I mean, use it if you like, but you know what this is for is to get rid of the congestion. It happens from people who suffer seasonal allergies. Science, by the way, Science Magazine just did a published article in March that suggested that the allergens and the pollution in your home and in your bedroom is actually worse than outside. Okay, so this is good at nasal irrigation, but next generation HEPA filtration right next to your bedside. All right, so there's cool devices out there. This one here. This will have an automatic detector as to the VOC levels, the allergens, particulate matter, and it'll force air through a wonderful four-part system, activated charcoal, and that gets rid of 99.97% of things that exist in your. So go to the air and clean the air versus cleaning your nose, because that's not really getting to the root. So that's in. Now, I've made a little concoction here. This is a really cool spray. Dollar store, you buy this little spray bottle. Distilled water. 2 essential oils. So we've done essential oil diffusing. And that's cool, keep doing that, but that's a little bit out. What's in is making this at home on your own. Distilled water, valerian, or sorry, not valerian, but rather lavender. You know, lavender helps to sleep, right? And lemon oil. These two, a couple of drops in a bottle this size. And most people think, what, I can ingest lavender? You can ingest lavender. And a few sprays at the back of your throat. Try it. I gotcha.
Good. Tastes good?
Tastes it, not bad. So the lemon takes over the lavender. That will relax you, but also tonify the back of your throat.
So this is for the snorer again?
This is for the snorer.
The snorer, okay. So relax everything.
So essential oils to help relax the snorer, but also tonify the back of the muscle that's causing the flapping. So so let's reiterate here. Snoring can be apnea. Talk to your doctor. If you're really stopped breathing at night, that's contributing to heart disease, cardiovascular disease, hypertension, diabetes. It is a serious, serious problem.
It's dangerous for sure. I can't stop looking at that.
Didn't have time to take it off.
So good. I love it.